It's 6 in the morning. It's already 84 degrees. The National Weather Service issuing heat advisories across the nation today, thanks to high temperatures in the upper 90s and in some states over 100 degrees. So what are some of the biggest misconceptions about your body in the heat? Here to sort out the facts from fiction, Fox News Medical A-Team's Dr. Mark Siegel. We've got some water slides we're setting up a little bit later this morning for the kids. Doc, nice to see you this morning.
Clayton, that's the treatment, but first we got to see if we know what we're doing. Okay.
All right, so you're going to quiz you. Yeah, because I think there's some misconceptions. You can, do all these sorts of different things to protect yourself, and you're probably hurting yourself, right?
Exactly. First one, heat stress. Is it real? Is there such a thing as heat stress?
I've never even heard of heat stress. So the fact that you're asking me that, I'm going to say yes, it's real. What is it?
Smart answer. So heat stress is real, and it's something that our workers face, like miners, people that work in boilers, construction workers, bakery workers. You know what it is? It's that sometimes when you're out, you got to be suited up in a uniform. You have to wear this. You can't be out here in a bathing suit, right?
I sleep in this. This is what I wear all the time.
You're giving away your secrets now. Right. So the point is, though, the clothing you have and how hot it is outside can combine to overwhelm your body's internal temperature. You've got to really watch that. And safety divisions have to be careful to not put workers out in prolonged heat with big body suits for a long period of time without considering, are they hydrated? Are they still sweating? How do they feel? Are they exhausted? So the answer is yes.
Okay.
Second one.
Yeah, out here in New York City, welders in their suits and everything. Right. Okay, next question.
Second one. Everyone reacts to heat the exact same way.
Oh, that's a total lie. I know that, yeah, if you're maybe in your mid-30s and active and athletic, I'm sure you probably can handle heat differently than someone who's elderly or a child, right?
You gave a very sophisticated answer. Exactly right. If you're in good shape, you handle it better. So I want people out there with skin diseases to watch out, because skin is supposed to be your barrier. If you got a skin problem, you're not going to handle heat as well. If you have diabetes, if you have heart disease, if you have high blood pressure, if you're on certain medications, if you're overweight, if you're elderly, if you're very young, these groups have to watch out for excess heat.
All right, number 3, I'm 2 for 2 so far.
Your internal body temperature rises in hot weather. As it gets hotter, you get hotter inside.
Earlier I quizzed the lovely ladies from the 5 a.m. show on this question, and I thought, yeah, if you're outside gets hot, then your inside would get hot also, right?
Absolutely fiction. This is really important. We're trying to maintain our internal body temperature at 98.6 all the time. That's how we keep our regular metabolic processes going. We're not lizards, Clayton. We're not lizards. Lizards heat up in the heat. Clayton Morris does not. Well, now, when you start heating up is when you start having problems, but we'll get on with the further questions on this. Is sweat the body sprinkler system?
All right, so number 4 is sweat the body system. I think so, right? We perspire to cool us down.
And that's
right?
exactly the point I was making with number 3. We use sweat to cool our bodies down, and blood flows to the skin to cool our bodies down so that you maintain that 98.6. If it goes up, if your sweating gets impaired, then you start having medical emergencies. So the answer is absolutely yes. Sweat is the body sprinkler system.
All right, and the last one.
Last one. Heat exhaustion is a warning. Heat stroke is an emergency.
False.
Absolutely true. Heat exhaustion. You're sweating. You get nauseous. You get dizzy. You get fatigued. The key one is you get very fatigued. You go fatigued, you got to get out of the heat. If you don't, and your temperature goes up to 105 degrees, and you get confused and you get very cool skin, that's an emergency. Call 911. Get Clayton Morris to the hospital.
I was already confused this morning. The heat's already getting to me. I called the 5 a.m. show the 5. It's called Fox and Friends First.
Well, I'm sure they were okay with that. We can combine names, but in the meantime, I hope you had water after that.
I will.
I hope you got in the shade after that.
Relax. I need to lie down. Thank you, Doc.
I'm going to monitor you, make sure you don't have a heat stroke.